English teachers at Al-Azhar Islamic School, Makassar, take part in an English language meeting called the English Forum at least once a month as ongoing training to increase professionalism, especially in teaching English to the students. The English Forum is attended by English teachers and English-speaking employees. The topic in this meeting is speaking in English based on motivation. Speaking in a particular language is a proof of the ability to communicate in a particular language, the culmination of realization of the learning process, just like listening, memorizing, vocabulary and knowledge of the structure and rules of the language, so that expression spoken can be understood by speakers of that language. How did the conversation come about?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you again. So last week we talked about reading. It's one of the 4 language skills, salah satu dari 4 skills. And now I'm going to talk about the speaking. Yeah, speaking according to the order of the language skills. Speaking is the second one after listening. Yeah. Now, when we talk about speaking, I'm just going to specialize on the classroom activity for our students because since we are teachers and we are responsible to actually design an activity that can improve their speaking skills. And one of the most popular in speaking English, in speaking activity in the classroom is communication activity. Ya, nah itu salah satu dari kegiatan speaking di kelas itu adalah the communications. Then that means that there are 2 gaps, we call it gaps, that can create communications. Opinion gap. Ya, yang pertama adalah adanya gap opini. When you are talking to, that means there is an opinion gap between the 2 speakers. That's the first one. The second one is information gap. Sometimes people talk to us and he says something that is not clear and that is not understandable because he uses maybe a strange words or new words, and that is not something related to opinion. That is exactly something related to an information gap. Or the sentences he uses is not clear enough for you to understand what the speaker means. Have the opportunity to exchange, opportunity to talk to each other. To give you one example, ya, saya ingin kasih contoh indah first, and this one is for you. And
Someone will speak if there is an urge to know, a desire to share information, or there is a gap in information and there is a conflict. One of the motivations for students to talk is to provide pictures that are similar but not the same.
And what you call behind the man there is someone running on the floor, running on the street, and then happening again. What we call this, I don't know.
Pairs A and B's sheets are at the first glance the same but in detail have different image units. For
Behind the car
example,
too.
the clothes of the man standing near the car, the position of the caller's hand, the contents of the car, the attitude of the person far away, the position of the dog, telephone text, and so on. This picture gives excitement to the students. They will communicate because they hear gaps in information, differences in information, mutual disagreement, or mutual agreement. This method is one option that will make students talk, avoiding the teacher's boredom asking students, Indeed, a teacher is required to be creative in creating a fun and motivating learning atmosphere so that students dare to express themselves, especially through language.
I see in my car there is only one man.
On the street, yeah.
Beside the car, there's a man saying.
Yes.
Speaking is one of the most important elements and process of the language learning.